So you've worked out now that you actually want to convert your training online. And now you're looking at ways of actually being able to engage with students in the online forum when you previously had that face-to-face. Well, stay with us because I'm going to show you how. Welcome back. I'm Suzette Bailey from S7 Learning, and I hope you enjoyed our first video on why you would convert your face-to-face training into an online environment. What I'm going to talk about today is how do I actually engage with students in an online environment, because it's quite different to a face-to-face. It's important to engage with students regardless if it's a face-to-face environment or an online environment. One of the difficulties of an online environment is that you don't have that direct feedback that you get from students when you're sitting in a training course. They can actually provide you questions, and they can answer, and they can give you cues as to how effective your training is going. So how do we do this in an online environment? Well, what you need to do is actually change how you actually provide that interaction. As it is in a training course face-to-face, it's a two-way street. You need to be providing them information, they need to be providing you information, and feedback needs to be provided both ways. So one of the ways to do this is to utilize some of the functionality within your online environment. Depending on what system you have, you should have access to things like discussion boards, where students can post questions that you can answer and that other students can answer, and knowledge can be built up around a particular topic. You can have live or recorded webinars, such as the one that you're watching now. Provide them to your students, and they can actually watch how you do a particular skill, such as, say, if you are bandaging an arm in a first aid course. Or you could actually provide them information that they can listen to over and over again on a particular concept. Videos are a way that a lot of students like interacting. Go and have a look at Google anytime and type in how-to, and you'll see there are a number of different how-to videos, all talking about different things from how to tie shoelaces properly all the way through to things like how to peel a banana. So we also find that there's some useful information on there for most of us, and we get that. So videos and webinars are a great tool for engaging with your students. Live webinars can actually be where you can have discussions and provide information to your students and allow them to interact with you through voice and text means. They can ask you questions. You can actually share screens or get them to provide information to you. You can set how much interaction is available through you and your students. So other ways you can interact with them are having feedback. You get feedback forms or set questionnaires, assessment pieces, and you can test people's knowledge on a particular topic and how effective that training is through these means. There are a number of different options, and it's in a quick video like this, it's difficult to talk to you about all of them. But one of the things I'd like to get across is that there is a way to engage with the students. You can have that engagement with the students, not necessarily in the same way as a face-to-face environment, but it's still of value. And you can actually talk to more students at the same time. Most of us with a training course will generally only have between maybe 8 to 10, 20 people in a room. With the option of online training, we can talk to hundreds, if not thousands of people at the same time. And we can interact with them. So don't be afraid to interact with your students. Use the online environment that you're using to host your training courses, and make sure that you interact with your students. The level of interaction will be dependent on the course that you're doing. So as I'm doing with this particular one, I'm interacting with you through this video, and I strongly encourage you to use things like video to interact with your students. and encourage them to provide information and feedback to you at all the way through the course. I hope this has actually been useful for you, and you'll look to us to actually be able to do your Cert 4 in training and assessment and see some of the ways that we interact with our students. So if you want some more information about doing your Cert 4 in training and assessment, go to www.s7learning.com and see how you can actually interact with your students in an online environment.